What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have something a little different. I am not at the Honda dealer, and what I'm showing you is that right there. Let's get started. Alright guys, seeing as my allergies are getting the better of me today, we're going to get right into it. This is a brand new Can-Am Defender XMR. This is their mud ready unit. That's what MR means, mud ready, okay? And it's got a couple special things that I really want to go over. This is the first Can-Am that I've ever done on the channel. So I had the guy go over a few things with me, and I feel a little more prepared to demonstrate and show you guys a few things. This is going to be a slightly longer video than normal, but I really want to go over some of the details on this, as long as we can get my camera to stay focused on that bright neon green chartreuse color. Okay, we're going to start off at the front. And the XMR, I've got the wheels turned for picture. But starting off in the front, I'm not going to get off task. Look at how aggressive those headlights are. Man, that thing just looks angry. Alright. Got a 4,500 pound winch from Can-Am. With this being a mud ready unit, it is actually lifted up, sits higher on the vehicle. You've also got a tow strap down on the bottom, so you can kind of piggyback should you get stuck in the mud. It's also got a different brush guard compared to other Defenders, from what I was told. You do have boot protectors on the axles. This unit is also lifted from factory. Coming over here, you have 30 by 914 cryptids on the front, which is pretty sweet. And I believe they are 30s on the rear as well. Yeah, those are also 30s. And cryptids are freaking sweet tire, man. They really are. It is very bright today and my camera is struggling. I apologize ahead of time. Also, with the XMR package, you get these rock sliders, okay? And they are actually metal, which is awesome. This is an amazing unit. Like, they have let me tool around on the property a little bit with it, and it's actually, I'm actually impressed. He gave me a lot of information, and I really hope that I can remember to tell you guys. I'm just kind of walk around, and as I see it and I remember it, I will tell you. As a matter of fact, we're also going to drive it because I have something I want to show you, but we'll get to that in a minute. As far as the bed, you have some stake points here. You've actually got a regular standard truck bed drop down. And you've actually got measurements across the back of the bed here. A couple spots for some cup holders if you're thirsty. The max tailgate weight is 250 pounds. So that alone is fairly impressive. Okay. I am actually about to find out what the payload is, if I can. 1,200 pounds in the California model. And this one is the hd10. So you've got a maximum cargo load is 1,000 pounds. So yeah, that's not bad. If you guys want to, you can pause that part there and you can look into it a little further. Look at how beefy the suspension is on this thing, man. That is awesome. This is more of a utilitarian side-by-side, but it also gives you the capability of basically being able to go wherever you want. Like I said prior, it is already lifted, and a lot like some of the Polarises that I've done in the past, these are belt drive, just in case some of you did not know. But that's about where the similarities end. Can-Am is leaps and bounds, in my personal opinion. I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to blow up the comments and rant and rave because they love Polaris, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this machine feels so much more solid than any Polaris that I have ever driven. But, getting off my pedestal, we are going to check out the actuated dump bed, and it's gas assist, just like most other. This one is actually a V-twin 1000. I believe it is a V-twin. There's one valve cover. There's another one hiding over there. With this being the mud model, it also comes factory with a snorkel kit, so you can really get into that deep, deep mud. Oh, it is hot out here today. Inside the bed, you also have some tie-down points. You can see them over there and over there. They're on this side as well. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. A lot of where this thing shines is within here and the drive system on this. Coming up into this, you actually have bolstered seats. And these seats are amazing. And these seats are standard on the XMR model. Okay. Passenger seat has a dry box. You can open it up. It's got a seal. According to the man that I spoke with earlier, he said a lot of people use these as coolers. Why not, right? And it comes out and you can take it out of the vehicle. That's awesome, and I like it. And then you just set the seat back down and you're good to rock and roll. On the dash, you've got this big open space here. There's an open space over there. You've got a 12-volt port right here. And you've got a big, long handle that you can hold on to for the passenger. You do have a glove box. Decent sized glove box. Which also lifts right out and you can take with you wherever you need to go. And it does, I gotta figure it out because I'm still new. Okay, and it does lock down in there solid, like it ain't coming out. Another key thing that I wanted to mention that stood out immediately as soon as I got in this, the roll cage is welded all the way to this point. That is the only part. Comes down, and any of you guys that have Polarises, you know, like some of the Polarises bolt on right there, then they've got a brace that goes across, it bolts on, this part bolts on, this bolts down here, that bolts down there, and what that does is it vibrates. Anybody who has a Polaris that has a lot of mileage on it, they vibrate loudly. And that actually, with this being a completely welded unit, even the crossbars back here are welded. That really helps quiet everything down. Now, we're gonna get up in this, and oh my god, that seat's hot. Holy crap. It's about 97 degrees out here. And I can feel it. You got a little compartment right there. It's really nice. You got tilt steering. Let's see if I can figure it out. There we go. It launched up there. One thing while I noticed while I was driving this, the electronic power steering on this is awesome. I love it. Let's see here. Also, there are a few different drive modes. You've got two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and a locking front diff, which you can turn it on and off. You've got a trail mode and a mud mode as well. We'll go ahead and start it up. That way I can kind of walk y'all through this. Okay, you've also got a locking rear diff. Now, whenever you are in drive, there's a drive mode button here, okay? That is eco off, okay? When you first started it, well, I had it in eco mode. Eco mode basically detunes the motor, makes it easier to do low speed maneuvering and things like that, because I really don't want to hit any of these trailers or any of these, you know, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 boats up here, because I'm kind of prone to shenanigans. But you push the button again and you go into work mode, which is exactly what it sounds like. It retunes the ECU to give you a little bit more torque on the low end so you can pull trailers and such. And then, yeah. So we're just going to turn eco off. And they did tell me that I am required to have my seatbelt on, which, you know, it being a new machine, I don't blame them. And I am not making any cuts to this video. The way I'm filming it right now is the exact way I'm going to be putting it online. That way you guys know everything that I know. Or I remember anyway. Alright, enough talk. We're going to put it in high gear. That thing has a massive shift lever, by the way. Ergonomics are really, really nice on this unit. The electronic power steering, like I've mentioned before, is really good. The turning radius on this thing, which I'm not going to go very fast because I know wind noise will become a problem, but the turning radius on this is really impressive. There is one other thing I want to show you guys, and that is it has functioning downhill descent control. Okay, Polaris can tout having a descent control, but what they do is the variator belt, or the drive belt basically, is disengaged. When you're going down a hill, you let off the gas, you know, that belt disengages and you can freewheel down a hill and you lack a lot of control. Thank you, tractor. This, with a Can-Am, the belt is always engaged. According to the way he explained it to me, which you guys can feel free to correct me in the comments, because this is the first Can-Am I've ever driven. Their downhill descent control is amazing. We're going to go up the parking lot and go around to that side there, and I'm going to demonstrate to y'all how well this actually works. If I can fit in between these two trucks. Oh yeah, we got this. Alright, see this steep grade? This is probably a 20% grade, and you can see little tracks where I've gone down to test it out for myself. Alright, so we're going to come up here to drive mode. We're going to tap it. We're in eco mode, which, you know what? We're going to put it in low. we're gonna shut eco mode off. All right. Now, I've got it in low. Tires are straight. Okay. And I'm just gonna let off. Well, I'll probably have to drive forward a little bit. There we go. Now, we are creeping 2 miles, 1 mile. I'm not touching the brake or the gas or the steering wheel. And we are going right down this hill. That is awesome. Nice and controlled. And I didn't have to push anything. Like, I could have left it the same way it was. He did tell me the scent control works a little better in low gear. So we are going to put this back in high gear, and we're going to go back around and see how it does. Let's go ahead and check that out. Sorry for loud noise. And this is a 1000, by the way. It has about 87 horsepower. I'm pretty sure it was either 83 or 87. The horsepower is in the 80s. Which isn't bad, you know. It's more than enough for what you need in a machine like this. It's not a Maverick X3 Turbo RR. You don't need 200 horsepower. It's a Defender, and you're going to be romping and rolling around through mud and stuff like that. So, alright, we are back up here at the hill, and we are going to see. I can already tell that low gear makes a big difference. Alright, let's see what it does. It still slows you down. It come down about 5 miles an hour. But you could still hear it. He had explained to me how that works, and I can't remember exactly. It has to do with, because of the belt being constantly engaged, it is an electronic engine brake, basically, that meters between what gear you're in, basically, whether you're in high or low, as to what speed you're going down a hill in. I seen a video where they went down a 30% grade, they had it in low, and they never went over 2 miles an hour. It held that. They were holding on to the bars up here, and that machine was aimed down like this, and it just creeped right down that hill. Didn't have any problems whatsoever. But I do believe this is pretty much covers it, guys. I don't know the MSRP. I think it's around 19,000. I could be wrong. This is for sale, and I will try to get a link to their website in the description, so keep an eye out for that. If you guys could see me purchasing something like this, let me know in the comments. I am still on the hunt for a side-by-side for my channel. And when I get one, we will take it to the mountain. And probably everywhere in between. I really like this. I really like this unit. The seats are comfortable, okay? Yes, it's 90 some odd degrees. They are black and they are hot. But that's going to be any side-by-side you get in. I will have to say, for any utility side-by-side that I have driven, those are by far the most comfortable seats I have ever sat in a utility side-by-side. But stay tuned, guys. There will be more Can-Ams to come, including an X3 Turbo RR 4-seater. It is in that shop right now. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. If you guys have any input, make sure you let me know. If I missed anything or anything like that. I don't know the specs on the ground clearance. But I do know I drove over, let's see if I can get my camera to zoom in. Those railroad ties. And didn't have any problem whatsoever. Never bumped, scraped, nothing. And that is also a decent little incline hill. And it coasted right down it. This thing has no problems climbing anything, and I am just rambling on because I really don't want to take this back up there. I want to take it home with me. Alright guys, if you liked the video today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe is over here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. And we will see y'all in the next video. Peace.